What is going on? I'm Zedmod. You can see down in that bottom corner that season 52 has started. We're not going to be dwelling into that today. My sneak peek is late, but I gotta say I am pretty darn stoked on this. Wasn't gonna release a sneak peek, was very behind the 8 ball on this one, but if we unlock this one piece of smoke, you're going to see that we have the Halloween Mega Crab. And the Halloween Mega Crab, number one, is bringing something new. Not a huge deal, but something new-ish. Also bringing something we haven't seen since 2018, I think. So big deal. I'm excited about this. Hopefully you guys are as well. If we have a look at what the bonuses are for this Mega Crab, you can see stage 0 to 9, we get 100% troop speed. 10 to 19, we get troop health. Then 20 to 29, we get something that I don't recall ever having. If we've had this, I mean, we've had them individually, but never combined, so please do test. Curious to see if it's actually working. We get artillery and barrage damage increase. Kind of interesting, kind of neat. Love to hear your comments on that. I've been wrong before, would love to hear if you think we've had that. I don't think we have. I had to go make that icon. Then stage 30 to 39, 150% GBE. Stage 40 to 49, 150% Life Leech. 40 to 49 is going to be fun. Stage 50 to 59, troop health. And then I love this, stage 60 onwards, 200% troop damage. Now, I'm going to skip in, like, on these early stages. Let's load some troops here quickly. Let's load all of our Zookas here. And no, I'm not saying Zookas are a good idea for the Mega Crab, but they're a good way to show some things. Oh, also, by the way, every 5 stages we get a new one of these. And for those of you who have never attacked the Mega Crab, these are the flying critter bats. They are only available for the Halloween Mega Crab, and they are great, but they're also terrible. They don't clear mines, so low levels, you're gonna run into mines. It's not gonna be ideal. So they're great in the fact that they don't clear mines because they actually stay alive, but they're terrible in the fact that they don't clear mines for your troops. Now, they're not considered flying troops like rocket choppas or heavy choppas, so all buildings can target them. Little bit confusing there. I will double check that in a, you know what, let's double check that right now. We're gonna get rid of those sniper towers and let's just see if those scary mortars can shoot those flying critters. And I was wrong. I take it back. They have changed the mechanism. So flying critters are a flying troop, so you can use these to your advantage. Do drop those puppies, get them out so that they can clear those scary mortars. Those scary mortars, by the way, are dangerous. They will send your troops absolutely willy-nilly. Your troops and or critters will just run away. You see how they're just running away in panic? Also, one of the better sound effects, probably number 2 behind the, what is that thing called? Behind, oh man, my troops went over here and destroyed my next thing. Behind the speed serum. That spooky mortar sound is so good. This is the best Mega Crab in my opinion. This Mega Crab has its own identity, its own soul, and I'm so happy to see that we've got those scary mortars happening. And this stage, man, it was on the other item. It was there, but I didn't get a chance to show it off. So be very wary of those scary mortars. Wary of the scary. They will ruin your attacks. You want to use your GBE to get rid of them. They don't have a lot of health. Focus on them in a big way, or your troops are just gonna run away and you're going to be frustrated. It is not a good time. Let's have a look here, see if we can find what I'm after here. Yes, right there, the Taunt Towers. We have not had these in forever. Now notice their damage per second is listed as 1. They don't actually do damage on the last time I tested. Let's just try it one more time just to see if perhaps they've changed that. I really doubt that they have. We're going to flare into there. And you can see that our troops are taking 0 damage. Kind of hard to tell because obviously we have a whole bunch of health here, but those health bars don't appear to be moving in my opinion. I'm just going to keep chucking smokes on these things. I don't think they're moving. You guys will have to let me know. There is an easy way to tell if our troops are actually taking damage or not, and that it would be to release some critters. And let's release those critters. Critters have less health. You can see health bars still not moving. But here's the deal. If we drop our troops anywhere at all that are in range, they're just going to absolutely ignore where I'm trying to send them to. As if they have a flare, they're good. You'll notice we can walk past these things without a heck of a lot of issue. But as soon as that flare ends, like if we put them over here, they're going to run and they are completely going to ignore where they should go. They're going to completely ignore the closest defense and they're going to run to those taunt towers. Those taunt towers are just awful. First of all, they're going to draw your troops in unless you're using a flare. And then they're going to explode. And the explosion, let's just show you right about here. The explosion does 400 damage. Now, that is not affected by ice statues. So if it draws your Scorchers in or Bullet in, you don't really care. But it explodes with a 3.5 tile radius. I had to go back to my 2018 video that I will put up in, where is that going to go? That's going to go up about there. Do check that out. I go in a great amount of detail in an old video. Really excited about this Mega Crab though, simply because of the fact that those taunt towers make things super interesting. They are incredibly frustrating, as are these things. These Scary Mortars are just awful. Dealing with scary, and by awful I mean fantastic. Like they make this Mega Crab. Now what we are going to do is we are going to send our troops up to about here, and then you'll notice they get hit by those Scary Mortars. If we actually let them get hit, that is. The fact that we've got that cryo bomb out there really helping to keep our troops alive. We are going to let them get hit by that Scary Mortar. Then we're going to try and override that Scary Mortar so they don't run away. We're going to let them get hit. Hopefully they don't all die. And then we're going to flare them over to here. You see that they don't even care about the flare. They absolutely are in a full-on panic. They don't care about those flares. So taunt towers, you can flare to stay away from them. You can stay under smoke and avoid them. But Scary Mortars, there's no avoiding them. So you want to use your GBE to destroy those Scary Mortars. I personally also destroy taunt towers when using squishy troops like Zookas or Riflemen. As a low level, be very cautious around these things. You know what? While we're here, let's test this right about there, that gunboat ability damage. I'm going to barrage the core. The shield has 955-200. If it goes down to 936-855, it means that it is not working. So we're going to throw one barrage. Then we're just gonna retreat, and as soon as all of those have landed, let's just double check that this is actually working. Very easy to do while you guys are here. Some of you are gonna be curious, I am almost certain. So, it worked. That current shield went down by, what is that? That went down by like 50,000. That went down a lot. That went way further than I would have expected. I'm just gonna check the math. Okay, so our barrage actually did 45,000 damage. So that is no joke whatsoever. Okay, off camera, just did an artillery as well. Your max level artillery from stage 20 to 29 is going to be doing 20,000 damage. That is 2.5 times the regular artillery. Your barrage is going to be doing 45,000 damage. Again, 2.5 times. So just in case that isn't super duper clear, 150% ability damage means your own damage, the 100% plus 150% more. So we're actually getting 250% of that total damage. Math is hard. 2.5 times. Anyways, so if you're curious about what you're going to get, do jump into there, have a look at your artillery, and then times that by 2.5. Not a super clear number, a little bit confusing at times, but that is all for this video. But first, let's do one more. In case you've ever wondered what attacking the Mega Crab looks like with 0 statues, that is exactly what we are going to do. This is the dev build, so I have to build statues every single time I come in here. Figured, you know what, let's give this a go with no statues built. And by the way, those Taunt Towers and Scary Mortars do wonky things when you use Remote Hack on them. So Remote Hack is in here somewhere. Be very careful when you use it. I would not recommend using it on Taunt Towers or Scary Mortars, but maybe you want to give it a shot. I don't necessarily recommend it. Let's get these Scorchers dropped. Not going to use any GBE to drop them because, as you see there, we just don't have enough GBE to drop our Scorchers. Statues are so important. Also, you're going to see just how fast our Scorchers are going to die because they don't have nearly as much health as we would like them to. As we're just waiting and waiting, those Taunt Towers are beckoning our troops. And by the way, you can use those kind of as a flare, as a way to get troops to somewhere that you might want them to be at. But I kind of doubt that's going to be the case in most instances. Sometimes, sure, but more often than not, those Taunt Towers are going to, frankly, piss you off. That is what they're there for. You get the trick in the form of the Taunt Towers and the Scary Mortars, and you get the treat in the fact of the troop bonuses. We are not making any headway. It is amazing just how slowly our troops are burning through these things. We are currently sitting at, let's just double check, we're at stage 59, so we do have a bunch of troop health even though we don't have any statues, but not having any troop damage is really hindering us. And our Scorcher is trying to make its way towards that Taunt Tower, but the Shock Launcher and the Cryo Bomb both slowing it down in a big way. So there we go. We got some Scorchers. They're rushing directly towards those Taunt Towers. Taunt Towers, as you saw there, do damage the buildings around them, but it's only doing like, what is it, 400 damage, I think I said. So not a big deal at all. Don't play the Mega Crab without statues. Rakesh is out there. I believe that's the player playing with 12 Power Stone chance statues. I don't even imagine how slow going the Mega Crab is for you, my friend. By the way, Power Stone chance statues do not do a heck of a lot on the Mega Crab. So if you're thinking, hey, Power Stone chance statues, great. Those statues are irrelevant. I've got a video on that again up in that corner. When I say irrelevant, I mean for 99% of the population. Obviously, Rakesh is doing his 12 Power Stone chance for a very specific reason, to collect stones to push the leaderboard. I'm gonna pull the plug on this. This is ridiculous. No troop damage. So if you're watching this and you are at like 300 victory points and you have blue or green statues, this is insane. With more troop damage, with more troop health, with more GBE, we could have easily soloed this base, but instead we have to just watch our troops die, and we're gonna try and help that out along the way. And again, on stages 20 to 29, be very careful where you place your GBE, because if you throw a barrage and one of your troops walks in there, it is going to be liquefied. That's it for me. Hopefully this helped you out, got you excited about this crab that should be here any minute now. Any questions, hit me up down below. Do check out the cards because, like I said, these Taunt Towers have not been around in a long while. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.